Hey ladies, and welcome back to today's Bible study. We are in the book of Ecclesiastes and we're on chapter 10 today. So chapter 9 we finished off with the musings that life is unpredictable, good and bad things happen. That's not a bearing on God's love for you at all. Just look at Job, same thing. Everyone has the same fate of death. So yeah, do what you can while you're here, make the most of it, and wisdom is better than strength, but it's often overlooked. So let's get right into chapter 10. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savour, so doeth a little folly in him that is in reputation for wisdom and honour. So yeah, dead flies will ruin a perfume just as a little bit of stupidity ruins wisdom and honour. So it only takes something small to destroy a whole reputation built on wisdom. Crazy, just like a little leaven ruins a whole loaf. It's the same kind of concept. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. Interesting. So the right, and we know Jesus sits on the right hand of the throne. So the right is like a positive thing, is more symbolic of skill or strength. But the left is more the weakness, the crookedness. And basically they cannot coexist. They are on two extremes, wisdom and foolishness. Yea, also when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to everyone that he is a fool. And so when a fool is strolling around, it's kind of obvious to everyone that he is foolish. His own behaviour will broadcast it. He can't hide it. If the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offences. So if a ruler or someone in authority is angry with you, it's not wise to just get up and storm off. It's better to be calm because that can pacify people's anger. It shows the importance of humility and patience. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Yeah, I think we can relate to this when we see foolishness in high positions, while the noble are humiliated. It's just completely upside down. It's complete disorder. Wisdom and dignity seem to be below incompetence and corruption especially, right? And I suppose if you thought, well, is this all there is? Like, you can understand why he feels hopeless and depressed about it, because what's the justice in this? But thank God we know what comes next and the importance of the divine judgment to put things right. Otherwise, you would feel disheartened knowing that this is happening. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh a hedge, a serpent shall bite him. This part is sounding very proverbsy to me, isn't it? When he just gives little one-liners like bang, bang, that don't seem to be related, but are still so wise. So he says, right, who digs a pit may fall into it, yeah. So basically all actions have consequences, and often, it's the whole reap what you sow thing, that a malicious act can actually come back round to bite you on yourself. Whoso removeth stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaveth wood shall be endangered thereby. So that's like people who quarry or stones or split wood, they're in danger of being hurt by their work. There are risks, and wisdom is needed in everything that we do. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put more to strength, but wisdom is profitable to direct. So this is a very practical example. So if an axe is blunt and you're trying to use it, then you need so much more strength to try and cut the wood. But if you have wisdom and think, maybe I should just sharpen this, you'll have more success and it won't cost you as much in energy. So yeah, wisdom is required in everything. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. A fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be after him. Who can tell him? And so all this is about your words now. So many people, we all need wisdom with our words, all of us, because they can really hurt people or they can really bless people as well. As dangerous as a serpent that bites is someone who just babbles like a fool and just talks nonsense. And timing matters. Just like if a snake bites before it's charmed, the charmer has no profit. So timing matters in what you say as well as the words that you use. And speaking with wisdom can bring grace. But if you speak like a fool and speak foolishly, that will consume you. And it will just get worse and worse, spiraling to mischievous madness. The labour of the foolish wearieth every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. So the fools are so silly, they don't even know a simple way to the city. They're just exhausting everyone because they don't know where they're going. And then it says, woe to the land who's got an immature, foolish king, and their princes are just indulging in pleasure instead of actually working and doing what they're supposed to do, which is serve the people. That poor leadership's going to have a bad effect on the land. Blessed is the land who has a noble king and whose princes are eating for strength and not just for indulgence. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. And so if we don't maintain buildings, then they'll decay, they'll fall apart. Neglect in anything will lead to ruin in life, physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever. So we need to not be slothful. We don't need to be lazy. That's the worst thing we can do. We need to be diligent and looking after what we have. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Ooh. So yeah, while having loads of food is great for fun, and wine makes tipsy and merry, he says money answers all things. Yeah, okay, there's a time and a place for having a good time, but money does solve practical problems in life. And then he says, oh, don't curse the king. It's I suppose it could be a warning about gossiping and speaking badly over people, because when he says birds of the air may carry your words, it's like a warning that gossip spreads. People will hear and they'll report back, and that secret gossiping may come back to bite one day. Just as you said earlier, like what goes around comes around kind of thing. Oh, and it's like, I suppose it's that someone says, well, little birdie told me. It's that kind of thing where, well, little birdie told me this. Well, that's a little gossip being spread, so we need to be careful not to say or even think these things, not even in thy thought, it says. And I would argue not just against the king, I would say really against anyone. We should really try and avoid having negative thoughts and words against people. So yeah, there we are. That is chapter 10. So let's summarize this chapter. Wisdom preserves and strengthens life. Foolishness destroys it eventually. It only takes something small to ruin your reputation. And we should be having wisdom. Like, don't storm off in anger. It's when someone's speaking to you and you don't like what they're saying. We've got what you do will be done unto others kind of thing. Like what you reap is what you sow. Use your words wisely. And we shouldn't be lazy either. We should look after the things we have and we'll be blessed. Laziness and foolishness only going to have negative consequences. So there we are. So that's it for today's study. I pray this has blessed you. Please do leave any thoughts and takeaways you've got in the section below. And if you made it to the end and you can't think of anything to say, but you want to leave a comment, put a candle emoji. Find me a good candle emoji and drop that in the comments so that I know you stayed to the end. And that's it for today. Remember, Jesus loves you. Lord willing, I'll speak to you soon. And until then, have a blessed day. Bye.